Welcome back to another episode of in-person interviews with Tom Terblanche. We're here in wonderfully sunny Tsawwassen, BC. So we'll start with just state your name, your nationality, and what team you're racing for.
My name's Claire Cameron. I race for the Pickle Juice cycling team, and I am Canadian.
Amazing, Claire. And Claire, when you're not riding your bike or training to race your bicycle, what do you like to do with your spare time?
Spare time. I'm an elementary school teacher, but that's not in my spare time. Pays the bills. In my spare time, I don't have a lot of spare time other than working and riding my bike, but I don't know, outside, anything outdoors.
Awesome. Keep it active, keep outside. BC's wonderful for that when it's not like that outside. So Claire, when it comes to your racing history, how long have you been racing bikes for?
That is the 21 years I've been racing my bike for, actually. Yes.
That is quite literally older than I am. And Claire, you've got lots of experience in those 21 years with some time on the national track team and racing crits, racing road, racing all kinds of disciplines. Claire, what kind of rider are you? What's your strength?
I'd say I'm an all-arounder. I think I started off more as a sprinter, hated any type of climbing, and over the last little while, I think like a puncher climbing, like shorter climbs, nothing longer than maybe 10 minutes, but other than that, yeah, mostly sprinter, I would say.
High-octane racing. It's the way you like it. Awesome, yeah. Tuesday Hills with Claire. It's always fun. Now, Claire, when it comes to virtual racing, that obviously hasn't been around for 21 years. So what was your first introduction to virtual racing?
It was this year. I was dead set against it. I didn't even kudos people on Strava. I'm sorry. And yeah, so this year, no real life racing, and I absolutely love it. I am so sad that I didn't try it earlier, actually. I think one of the first ones that we did was like the Redlands and the Gila on Zwift, and then it moved over to the Echelon racing series after that.
And Claire, you are very experienced on Zwift racing for Sarah's the Plower's Closet. And obviously you've got some experience with Pickle Juice on RGT as well. But what do you prefer, racing inside or racing outside?
Well, outside, for sure. I can't wait to race with Pickle Juice outside this year if borders open and we can get down to the States or get to do any type of racing. I even heard that they had coming up a TT stage race that, you know, I'm up for that. Anything outside.
That sounds violently painful. Please sign me up. Well, as you said, you've got some experience on RGT and Zwift. What would you say is the key difference between the two platforms for you?
I think in RGT, there's what I like is the longer road races that they've hosted. Some, you know, anything around 2 hours is a great. I know it's a long time to be on a trainer, but I like the longer races. So I think sometimes Zwift races you're just getting going and you're already sprinting for the finish. Like they're 40 minutes long. So something, yeah, I guess that's the key difference. Yeah.
Sorry, I can't keep a straight face. Judas just over here having an epiphany with this Irish coffee.
I want you to like pan over. What is happening?
All right, so
Okay.
as you race for the Sarah's the Pros Closet, Sarah's is obviously a trainer manufacturer, and they make some pretty high-end equipment when it comes to virtual racing stuff. So what kind of trainer setup are you using?
I have the best inside trainer setup. I have one of those platforms. I have the SARS H3, and then they sent me a desk, like it's one of those stand-up desks that it's you know, I like leveling up inside.
Level up, Claire. All right, and my script died. So you use the platform, MP1. Have you found that that's made a difference for you at all?
Yeah, it has a lot. I can ride for longer inside. I like that it rocks I've been setting up a camera. I do Technique Tuesdays, setting up a camera, like sideways camera, to look at my sprint, to try and figure out how I can get a little bit more power out of my sprints. And the platform helps because it does move from side to side and forward to back. So you can get that sprint technique kind of figured out inside, and you don't have to, I don't know. Well, of course you have to go outside and practice, but on the rainy days, you can do it inside.
Yeah, so getting down to the nitty-gritty of the tech behind a sprint. Now let's move a little bit more into Cycling BC's virtual BC Cup that's coming up next week at this point now. Do you have any key personal goals for the racing series that you'd like to do personally?
I would like for our team to fight for a win. I think that there's a lot of team members that could win a couple of stages, and it would be nice to help whoever's fresh on the day win one of those.
Yeah, so when you're talking about helping to win, obviously there's a pretty rigid team structure in terms of you've got a sprinter, you've got a climber, and as you said, you're a bit more of a roller rider. So what do you think your role will be when it comes to this series?
I'm finding that the indoor racing has been maybe a little bit more aggressive than some of the outdoor women's races that we've seen. So get into an early move or attack, team members attack and bridging across to a smaller group. I don't know, we'll play it by ear. We can talk through Discord. So as the race evolves, we will just talk and see who's fresh and see what the course is like and figure it out as we go.
So going to Koenig style and just seeing what happens and going from there. Now, apart from yourself, when you're out there on the race courses, you've got a pretty big team with Pickle Juice Racing. Who's the other riders we should be looking out for on the course?
We may actually have some guest riders this year because, for this series, because I know a few local girls don't have a big team, so they want to join us. So we'll see. I don't know. I guess it depends on the course. Hopefully, I'm someone that might be up for a finishing sprint, but I know some of the courses are pretty climby, so I might have a different role. I'm not sure. I think just look out for a lot of aggressive racing throughout the whole entire series is what to look out for.
Amazing. So the whole squad should be kept an eye on.
Yes.
Don't get surprised by Pickle Juice's power. Now, last question, just for last one, fast one, a little fun question. When you're really bonked and there's 400 meters to go, if there's one song that should come on your playlist, what's that song that'll get you across the line?
Well, I'm lucky with virtual racing. I have a teammate who works for a record label, and she makes a playlist for every single race that we have done, and so it's any playlist by Christina Grossman is a playlist that is just going to get you to the finish line. They're so awesome. So no particular song.
Amazing. So you have an actual professional for that.
It's awesome.
That's a first.
Yeah.
All right, that's all the questions I have for you today, Claire. Thanks a lot for chatting.
Thank you.
We will see you out on the race courses. Jude, can you stop?